Hi friends, Living Fit with Laura on this brand new beautiful day. This is the day my Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in the day. There's the sunrise coming. I will not live in want today. I will recognize that as a human on this earthly planet, I will be exposed to the normal, nothing new under the sun, agonies and sufferings that we all have. There's nothing new under the sun. Jealousy, depression, anger, resentment. But we are never hopeless. There's nothing new under the sun. We are never hopeless because we recognize that there is nothing new under the sun. There will not be a new antidepressant. There will not be a new fad. There will not be a new trendy, strange way to live our lives that will ease or take away the very human sufferings that we all have of simply being human and born on this earth. There's nothing new under the sun, my friends. So let's remember that when we are depressed, we do not give up. Though we are worried, we do not give up. Hope is our favorite four-letter word because we have a bigger picture. We don't keep our eyes focused on ourselves. We keep our eyes focused on the bigger picture. The bigger picture is to realize that we all have a purpose. Remember I spoke about the why, what, and when. Why are we here? What are we doing here? And what happens when we leave this earth? Many people agonize about these rather heavy topics, but there's already an answer. Our Creator put us here on this earth. We are born male or female to live a life of unique purpose. What is your purpose? When we realize that love is the answer, love is what we all need. Love is why we do these crazy and unusual things. Love is why we drink and drug and hang out with the wrong people because we think they are our friends. Love is why we compromise ourselves and what we know to be true, crossing boundaries that we know are unhealthy for us, because we all want and need love and belonging and purpose. It's not complicated, it's very simple. So I'd like to encourage my friends to take a step back and relax, and let's learn to enjoy our lives. We all live this life with purpose when we realize life is sacred and that we are uniquely and beautifully and wonderfully made. The depression will lift. When we realize that forgiveness is very largely the cause to our misery, we will gradually ditch that self-criticism, self-comparison of our lives. We will let ourselves off the hook and remember that we do not need to be narcissistic. Nothing we can do, no thousands amount of friends that we gain on TikTok or Instagram will give us that satisfaction that only the realization of God, the reality of God, will give us. I'm not going to be on my soapbox, friends. I'm not going to pretend to be Mary Poppins or a martyr. I'm not a martyr. I've certainly had my share of heartache. I live with depression. I've had very severe depression as a young adult. As I shared with my friends, I was on a cocktail of medicines that rendered me a vegetable. I was in a group home. I was told I would never marry, never work, never be productive. God has the last say. God has the last say. My life changed when, after a physician weaned me off these drugs, it took a year, I learned to stop thinking about myself. I learned that there's a big, beautiful world out there, and I learned to focus on the bigger picture. The bigger picture is love. We live our lives with purpose. We make someone else's life better. We get our mind off ourselves. We get out of the little me bubble, because it is a guarantee that a self-absorbed, self-centered life is a very small and happy life. So let's say the prayer with me. We step out of the little me bubble. We realize that focusing on ourselves is a very small way to live. It gets really boring. Let's get our mind off ourselves Any theory or philosophy or self-help book or self-help group that focuses on me, including all these new trends, polyamory, I've talked about that. I talk about that because it is a very obvious red flag and recipe for misery. Thinking that more partners is better? No. Let's have some respect for ourselves and quit all this nonsense and realize there's beauty in monogamy, there's beauty in honesty, there's beauty in sincerity. I will live this day having ditched the shame, regret, remorse, and anger. I will live this day recognizing that this is the day my Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in the day. This is the day my Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in the day. I am happy now, not tomorrow. I am happy today. I'm at peace today. I've accepted myself as male or female. I'm at peace today. Not when I take hormones, not a year or two from now when I schedule a gender transition surgery mutilating my physical body. We're happy now. Let's stop and not do these drastic things that harm our brain and our body. I've done a lot of reading, a lot of research about these surgeries and hormones, and it is a trend now for young and older people to detransition, and after a period of euphoria, they have profound deep regret, and there's a lot of suicide. So let's live well with me. Let's keep our eyes on the sun. We keep our eyes on the sun, not on ourselves. He is the bread of life. He is the Prince of Peace. He is the living water. Let's live well with me today. Living Fit with Laura. To get and stay. Stay and stable, serene and strong. In Jesus' name.